It's been 2,000 years since the birth of Jesus of Nazareth, who to Christian believers like me, the Christ child. But whatever your faith, no one can argue that his birth was the greatest news event in history, what we might call today a game changer for the world.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, America, as we honor the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Today, our job isn't to argue over religious differences, but it's to discover just how important Christmas is to us as Americans, and most importantly, why. We're going to share how Christmas past has defined us as a people and nation, as well as the meaning of Christmas. We'll speak to Christians, Jews, and Muslims about the world as it is today. We'll also talk to former President Donald Trump.
We will say Merry Christmas again.
And we'll talk with him about how Christmas impacted him and his family. And we'll ask about his time in the White House during Christmas. And of course, there's going to be much more. Most of all, this Christmas special is about you and how you can take the Christmas message, its true meaning, and make your life better, make our families stronger, our country truly moving toward a more perfect union, and hopefully our world a more peaceful place. Just 33 years after his birth, this Jewish carpenter and rabbi was crucified under Roman Governor Pontius Pilate. For those of us who are Christ followers, we believe that 3 days later, he rose from the dead.
I think the greatest part that someone could know that pertains to Christmas is the appreciation for the greatest gift any of us have ever been given.
But the greatest gift of all is my family, it's also my faith, and the precious gift of freedom.
During the Christmas season, Christians, Muslims, and Jews can celebrate what Jesus brought to us. The ideas of unconditional love, of servant leadership, and of sacrifice for others. He is the embodiment of human freedom, a commitment to the truth, and a respect for all human life, no matter a person's age, rank, wealth, or even personal character or condition. In fact, it was his willingness to touch the untouchable, to love the unlovable, and to forgive the unforgivable that made his critics most angry with him. The man who would come to be called King of Kings was born in a simple manger, which is a feeding trough used for animals. His family wasn't rich, and as the scripture says, there was no room at the inn when he was born in Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, the place prophesied thousands of years before his birth of a wonderful counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace.
Christmas in Bethlehem, Christmas always special for us. And in Bethlehem especially, every day we have Christmas, not just in Christmas time, because Bethlehem is the place where Jesus was born.
I think in Christmas is special.
It's a moment in time that we celebrate when God chose to send his son to save humanity.
It's a time where everyone has the opportunity to restart his life. With
birth of Jesus Christ.
It's the only thing that makes family a family is when you have a Thanksgiving, giving thanks. But the best of it all is to be able to give the best gift of all, which was Jesus Christ.
Merry Christmas, America.
Merry Christmas, America.
Merry Christmas, America.
Right on. Merry Christmas, America.
Merry Christmas, America.
We need revival.
Merry Christmas, America.
Merry Christmas, America.
Merry Christmas, America.
It says in the Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. That's Christmas for you. And now, abide hope, faith, and love. The greatest of all three is love. That's the definition of Christmas.
No one can deny that Jesus Christ changed the world and changed how we think about life.
Glory to the
Coming up, I speak to President Donald Trump.
Our country will survive it, and I really believe we're going to be greater than ever before.
America had gone through a long period where people quit saying Merry Christmas. It was all happy holidays. You deliberately changed that and openly said, Merry Christmas, we're going to say it again.
In fact, it was part of my campaign, Mike. You know, the country had started with this woke, I guess, a little bit before that.
Yeah.
And it was embarrassing for stores to say Merry Christmas. You'd see these big chains, they want your money, but they don't want to say Merry Christmas. And they'd use reds and they'd use whites and snow, but they wouldn't say Christmas. And when I started campaigning, this was in 2015, when I started campaigning, I said, you're going to say Merry Christmas again. And now people are saying it. Of course, they're not saying a lot of other things like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. You know, those names are being obliterated because of craziness. But they are saying Merry Christmas again. We got that. That was a big part of what I was doing. And I would say it all the time during that period, that we want them to say Merry Christmas. Don't shop at stores that don't say Merry Christmas. And I'll tell you, we brought it back very quickly.
You really did. And I think a lot of people appreciated that it was a part of the American culture. It was a part of who we are. It wasn't to exclude anybody. It was just simply a celebration of what America does at Christmas.
And America and the world, but America loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Jewish, everyone loves Christmas. And they'd say Merry Christmas until these crazy people came along and they wanted to stop it along with everything else. So I was very proud of that, actually. Remember, I used to say, we will say Merry Christmas again in front of these massive crowds of people.
I'm very honored to be here tonight. I thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, and keeping us safe and free. I'm very proud of you, and on behalf of our nation, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year.
You'll never hear about it because the media won't write it. They don't want to cover the good things because that's not entertaining. It's not fun to watch, but it matters. And it impacts every single one of us.
2018, Christmas night, you and Melania flew to Iraq in a secret flight. No one knew about it. It was very quiet and low-key. Would you share about that extraordinary moment? Because when you walked into that facility in Iraq with all of our military people, they were blown away that their commander-in-chief had come in person on Christmas night.
They were so happy, and you know, I love our military. I think, frankly, that, just to interject, I think that our withdrawal from Afghanistan, the way it was done, I was going to be withdrawing maybe faster than them, but we were going to be with strength and dignity, and the Taliban hadn't shot any of our soldiers, not one soldier killed in 18 months. We were all set. And then it didn't happen that way. So many people killed. You know, they had 250 people killed. Soldiers, 13, but very importantly, we had so badly injured, so badly hurt. I think it's the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
We're fighting in areas where we shouldn't be fighting and spending hundreds of billions of dollars doing it.
Well, I just remember that the scenes of watching the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, unexpectedly walk in on these soldiers who were so far from home, not being able to spend Christmas with their families, and you spent it with them. And I remember there was a scene where one of the soldiers called out and said, Mr. President, I'm here because of you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I think many of them might have been, and I think they're very disappointed right now. I think they're very dejected because of what took place in Afghanistan. Not that we were leaving, because I was leaving. Don't forget, Mike, I brought it down to 2,500 soldiers. We were at 20,000. I brought it way down. but they're very dejected by the way we left. It looked like it was a surrender, and there was no reason for it. We were taking every nail, I told them, every nail, every bolt, every screw, every plane. How would you leave thousands and thousands of brand new trucks? You know, they had, I hear, 70,000 trucks. It's not even believable. 700,000 machine guns and rifles. 700,000 brand new stuff like nobody can believe. Airplanes. I said, why wouldn't you take over 200 pilots and fly planes out? And actually, General Milley said, it's cheaper to leave it, sir, than it is to take it. That's when I realized he wasn't the smartest light bulb. So Russia's watching this, China's watching this, North Korea's watching this, and I think they never had a lower opinion for our country than they did on the Afghanistan withdrawal, which was so horribly handled.
Well, it's not exactly the Christmas present I think America wanted to give this year was to the Taliban. No. Mr. President, I want to say, because of you, a lot of Americans have had some great Christmases. You helped rebuild the economy, pride in our country, made us a strong military once again, stood up to China. When I think of all the ways that you led this country, energy independent for the first time in 75 years.
Right. No longer.
I think a lot of people are right now saying, I wish Donald Trump was president right now, this year for Christmas. What a great Christmas present that would be.
Well, it's been very sad when you look. We were energy independent, and now they're going to OPEC again, and they're begging for oil. And the gasoline price was $1.87, and now it's in California $7.50 a gallon, and it's going to follow that. And I said that during the debates. I said, wait till you watch what they do to energy. Wait till you watch what they do with inflation. Inflation is a killer, and so many other things. It's very sad to see what's happening, but our country will survive it, and I really believe we're going to be greater than ever before. But we're going through a very bad time, and they're all self-inflicted errors. These are errors that should never have happened. Energy, we had so much. So with energy, as an example, we weren't doing well at all. We're doing poorly. I got in. We were bigger than Russia, bigger than Saudi Arabia, and within 1 year, we would have been bigger than both put together. And now we're begging them for energy. We have more than they do. If you look at Anwar in Alaska, Ronald Reagan tried to get it approved, couldn't do it. No president could do it. I got it done. And the Biden group just ended it. This is bigger than, potentially bigger than Saudi Arabia in Alaska. The people of Alaska suffered over this. They've been trying to get it for decades, and I got it done, totally done, ready to start. And they just ended it. And then we go to Russia, Saudi Arabia, we go to OPEC for help. We're asking them for help. And by the way, they're turning us down, incredibly. So it's sad, but we will be bigger and better than ever before. Good things will happen.
Somebody said to me the other day, you're the most famous person in the world by far. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They said, yes, you are. I said, no. They said, who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ.
There's a famous story of you when in private life. The city of New York had spent millions of dollars trying to get the ice rink at Central Park working again. And they spent $13 million. They spent several years. It still wasn't working. You stepped in and said, I'll take care of it. It's a wonderful story, one that I don't think you get enough credit for. Share why that mattered to you, and what did you do to get it back operating?
They tried to fix it and they couldn't, and it went on for years. And then they said, we'll rebuild it. And after 7 years, it wasn't rebuilt.
7 years.
And about 6 years out, I said, hey, wait a minute. I have my kids growing up, my children that you know so well, right? And they're growing up, and they're great kids, and they want to go ice skating.
And because of that, a lot of New Yorkers and people from around the world had Christmas memories of ice skating in Central Park.
Right.
You mentioned that that was important to your children who were young at that time. I've told people that I got to see the Donald Trump backstage during the presidential campaign, you and your family. One of the reasons that I had no hesitancy in endorsing and supporting you, because I saw a very, very close-knit family. the relationship with your children, with Melania. It was very heartwarming.
I said, I want to get my kids ice skating before it's too late for them, where they don't want to ice skate anymore. And I went down and I looked at it, and I overlooked it from my apartment. I went down there, I looked at it, and it's a very big space, big space, 50,000 square feet. And I looked and I saw all the men were, in that case, mostly men, but some women too. They were sitting down. All they did was sit down and have lunch. They had lunch 24 hours a day. And I went to Ed Koch and I said, I want to rebuild it. They had spent, I guess, close to $20 million over many years, and they never got it built. So after years and years of waiting and, you know, tens of millions of dollars wasted, I got it done for $2 million, and I ripped it apart. Somebody said, oh, well, it was mostly done. No, I ripped it down to the base and redid it. And we did it in record time and got it open. And we had an evening like nobody's ever seen before. And I'd been running it ever since. For many years, I ran it and ran it really successfully. Of course, then I got into the world of politics.
Well, Mr. President, you helped bring a lot of good things to this country. Merry Christmas to you and to your family. I wish you nothing but the very best, and thank you for the time. Christmas is a reminder that God's love for us is not long distant. His love for us is up close and personal.
You know, one of the things they mentioned about me is that I was the first mom to ever serve as the White House press secretary.
You know, one of the things we talk with our kids a lot about at Christmas in an effort to help them understand the real spirit of Christmas and to appreciate the greatest gift any of us have ever received is to talk about what we can do for other people.
A Connecticut firefighter named Justin Gigliello was visiting Disney with his daughter. He walked through the lobby of one of the hotels and someone was playing the piano. Dressed in shorts and a sports shirt, he walked up and started singing. The result of that impromptu moment went viral around the world. Millions saw this father just singing in the lobby of a hotel. It's pretty spectacular. We decided that you would enjoy his voice as much as we did. We invite him to sing for us now, Justin Gigliello.
O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Merry Christmas, my friends.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I hope you have a happy Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Joy, joy, joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
From sea to shining sea, we watch the glow of Christmas. We watch America's trees get gorgeous trimmings. We watch families come together as one, with love, memories, and one heck of a wonderful celebration. It's called Christmas.
Merry Christmas, America.
I hope you have a happy Christmas. I hope you're with your family. The greatest thing you can have in your life is love. And so enjoy the love with your family and realize it is the birth of Christ.
Christmas is a very, very special time. I just want to wish America, the United States, I want to wish the people Merry, Merry Christmas.
From Bethlehem, Merry Christmas to all over the world.
To our Christian friends around the world, I'm proud that Israel is the country in which Christians not only survive, but they thrive, because we believe in this friendship among people, and we protect the rights of everyone to worship in the holy shrines behind me.
Now, many celebrate it like there's no tomorrow. Others joyfully but solemnly attend their house of worship. And our troops, well, they take time to honor and remember those who didn't make it home. But all behold its simple message of that holy night.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Say hello to friends you know, and that's who I'm saying hello to, is everyone out there. My friends, my family, my loved one, my fans, and to you, Governor Huckabee. It is a great time of the year. May the blessings be upon all of you. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Governor Huckabee, it is Terrence K. Williams here. I would like to wish you and America a Merry, Merry Christmas. This is the season of loving, the season of giving, the season of enjoying time with family and friends.
Enjoy the holiday.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
From me and my family, I hope this has been a mighty, glorious Christmas tree of beauty for you to enjoy. We sure have loved being with you, trimming this special Christmas tree of memories. And may God bless each and every one of you and yours. When Santa Claus comes to Mar-a-Lago, where does he land?
While fields and